Do you know how good you have to be to win MVP during the best season of a 3-time MVP's career? Do you know how good you have to be to do that? Because this man right here knows exactly how good you have to be to do that. And if you guys agree, heck, if you guys disagree, subscribe. We're trying to hit 9.3k by the end of the day. It would be incredible if we could do that. But we might as well just wrap up the MVP race right now, because what Shai Gilgeous Alexander has been doing this season is right up there with the best regular seasons we have ever seen. It is right up there. This is one of the greatest regular seasons ever. And I understand Shai is Mr. 31 points per game. Like, he is the most consistent scorer. His career high is 45. He's not going to have 60, 70 point games. But we've just watched Shai Gilgeous Alexander come up against a Cleveland Cavaliers team who are literally, they have the same record, both teams on track to win 70 games, and they blitzed them. They destroyed them. And on 26 shots, he had 40 points. He only shot 5 free throws. Like, I don't understand where the Shai Gilgeous Alexander's a free throw merchant comes from. He shoots 8 a game. Like, I wonder just how many free throws James Harden shot. Obviously, James Harden was the free throw merchant back in the day. How many free throws James Harden shot back in his prime? So, his highest free throw attempts was 12. He averaged 4 more free throw attempts per game, James Harden did. And I also want to see one player. And this is one of my goats, or one of my favorite ever players. This is the worst foul baiter I think I've ever seen in basketball. Was early career 11 free throws a game, Dwayne Wade. 3 more free throws per game than Shai Gilgeous Alexander. And there's another player that I'm gonna look up, and I have not planned this, but I'm pretty confident they've shot more free throws than Shai has in this season. Kobe Bean Bryant, 10 free throws per game at his peak. Whereas Shai Gilgeous Alexander is being called a free throw merchant just because, he did have a 16 of 17 game from the free throw line. He did have that one game where he went to the free throw line a lot. But we have got a guy who is averaging 10 free throws per game. He is averaging 3 less free throws per game than he did 2 years ago. But it's at the stage now where people just want to diminish greatness. Shai Gilgeous Alexander is averaging 32 points per game for a team that might win 70 games, and they don't even have their second best player. Like, it would be like if Steph Curry in the 73 and like 9 season, if Klay Thompson got injured. Actually, no, it's more like if Draymond got injured for the season, and suddenly the team is running, or Draymond and Bogut got injured, and the team is suddenly running like guards at center. Like, there's been possessions where Shai Gilgeous Alexander's played the center on defense. Like, he is unbelievable. And it's the consistency. I've never seen anything like this. Like, he's doing it on 21 shots per game. Like, he's only shooting the ball 21 times per game. He's shooting the ball like 6 times less per game than LaMelo Ball. And he leads the NBA in scoring. It's crazy. It's actually crazy how efficiently the guy scores. He's shooting a better percentage at the rim than Shaq. He's literally shooting a better percentage at the rim than prime Shaquille O'Neal, while also shooting a really good percentage from 3. Like, on the season, what is he shooting? He's shooting into the 30s, isn't he? 35% from 3, 53% from the field, averaging 6 assists per game, 5 rebounds, is a really good defender. Like, everybody talks about, it's about the defense. Like, nobody cares about defense anymore. Shai does. Is he all defense? No, but he's a really damn good defender. Like, how good this is one of the best individual seasons. If he can continue playing like he is right now, and the Oklahoma City Thunder win 70 games, or 68, or 69 games, or something in that range, this is one of the best individual seasons we have ever seen. This is one of the top 10 individual seasons we've ever seen. Period. Because he is, in my opinion, the no-brainer right now MVP. And currently this season, I believe, This is the best we have ever seen Nikola Jokic, who is a 3-time MVP, and it is the best we have ever seen Giannis Antetokounmpo, especially in the offensive end, who is a 2-time MVP. And Shai has still been better. He's been doing, he just does everything. He does everything. And the fact is, again, biggest game of the year. They've already lost to Cleveland. Cleveland are looking like the best team in the NBA right now. They've been looking unbelievable. They're on track to win 72 games if they win the game. So what does Shai Gilgeous Alexander do? Goes and drops 40. The man goes and drops 40. Like, there are not that many players that can do what Shai Gilgeous Alexander has done this season. And I think people have really just undersold just how good Shai Gilgeous Alexander has been for the Thunder. Like, he has been ridiculous, and he's been ridiculous for so long that it's just kind of forgotten about. And the worst part about it is he's so consistently good that people have almost began to take for granted that 32 points per game. Kobe scored more points than that once in his career. That 32 points per game is not normal. Like, I mean that. It is not normal. People need to realize that. That is, I repeat, not normal. And look, like, what we are doing when it comes to rating players, I don't think he's better than Nikola Jokic. I don't. I really don't. I'm not saying he's better than Kobe. But we've just taken for granted just how good this man is at basketball. Like, it's been completely taken for granted. And it's something that I don't think we'll ever see somebody as consistent a scorer as him again. I think it's going to be really hard to find a scorer that can do what he does on a long term basis. As well as that, like, be able to do it not only over the course of one season, over the course of 2, 3, and more seasons. And this guy hasn't entered his prime. We are watching Shai Gilgeous Alexander, who's only going to get better. And the Thunder, like, yeah, they're going to have to pay Chet, they're going to have to pay J-Dub. But they have so many picks that it's like, you can just start trading picks for picks. You can trade, like, do what they did for Giddey, and you can trade Giddey for a Caruso. You can trade all these young players, elite players that maybe you don't want to pay. Like, eventually they're going to be able to trade a Casey Wallace for a really good player if they don't want to pay him. And they have so many picks that they can start trading picks for picks, and they're basically playing freaking my GM or my league. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. I'll see you guys.